I don't know about you, but I'd rather be anywhere else than doing this here tonight. It's nearly Christmas. I want to get home, put my feet up in front of Crime Watch.
Yeah.
But I can't. I've got to do this with me good mate Barry. Now, you've paid a certain amount of money to be here tonight. That's up to you. We're going to sit here and just talk and, you can listen whether you like it or not. Well, we don't really give a shit.
We don't give a shit about that.
And that very much. Very much our philosophy with the whole thing, really.
Yeah.
And so, last night we done a podcast, and we were...
Podcast is really just like talking into a microphone. They've called it a podcast. It used to be called the radio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But last night we had precious little prepared, and tonight we've got less. I think that's fair to say. Half ideas, shopping list.
No,
If it's not very good, it don't matter.
No, it's nearly Christmas, as I say. You can all go and drink yourselves to oblivion.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're hoping... Press play and record, we're hoping is...
Okay.
Oh, it's lovely to be here. You join us for our second
podcast.
Podcast,
yeah.
Because we're coming to London today.
I'll come to London. I like to come to London, Barry, and see all them shows.
Oh, the lovely shows.
Yeah.
I see anything. Grease.
You seen Grease?
Hair.
Oh, you see all the body parts, don't you?
Anything, yeah. Anything that's hair related.
Hair and grease.
If there's anything called
dandruff,
I'd see that. Irritable scalp.
Oh, yes.
I'd love to see that starring Paul
Fungal
Nicholas.
infection.
Yeah. I went to see Paul Nicholas in Fungal Affection.
Did you?
Yeah, lovely.
Did he pull it off?
That was a different show. I saw him. I think it might, but I tell you what.
Watch some of the songs in Fungal Infection.
Fungal Infection.
Stop, there goes my itch.
That's it.
They sing like that.
Rubbing away on my big toe. Gonna smell my fingers for a treat. Rubbing away on my big toe. Oh, fuck. I forgot I was going to have something to eat. It's not all gold, but I'll tell you what, it'll run and run, Nicholas de Jong, Guardian.
Yeah.
And
how is your gooch?
My gooch. What, talking of infections, skin infections?
Fungal infections, I immediately thought about your gooch.
Oh, my gooch. What I find it...
You got that new cleaning apparatus?
Yes, I have.
I told you to get from Dino Rod.
It's ever so good, isn't it?
Well, it's good because you've got that long pole that bends right up the U-bend.
Yeah.
You can get at it from all angles.
Yeah. I have someone comes in from the council to do that. Right. And they rub the wire. What they do, it's the same people who blast the chewing gum off outside McDonald's. They get at it and give it a good old go. You could eat your dinner off my gooch. You really could. I wouldn't.
Margaret has.
Oh, she has?
Yeah. Nice fray bent off the old gooch.
What we do is we got one of them chairs from IKEA, a special designed one, where you basically...
You go down IKEA, you and Margaret?
You lie on your back with your gooch in the air, and she tends to sit down on the sofa, and it's just the right height for putting her cheese, macaroni, cheese on.
Did she bother using a plate, or did she just pour it on there and scrape it off the go?
The worst thing is if she's heated the plate.
Oh, my God.
She said the other, she's gone vegetarian. She said, do you fancy a seared mushroom? I said, I fucking think I've got one, love, Sort of. Anyway.
But anyway, come out to London.
Coming up to London.
Coming up Then I tell we went today.
Who did you see on the tube?
Oh, I saw on the tube today.
Who did you see on the tube?
Lee Majors off of $6 Million Man.
Oh, listen, I was thinking, because I know you share the same carriage as Lee Majors, and you have done for many years. And I was thinking, like the $6 Million Man, you wouldn't get much for that now.
No.
Did you? You get maybe an arm.
Yeah.
You couldn't rebuild the old fella for $6 million now, could you?
You wouldn't get a Barnet Gooch for that sort of money. I mean, I said, Lee, how's it going? You know, he looked at me with the one eyebrow raised like he used to. And I said, if I spent £6 million, I wouldn't want my body looking like that.
No, he must have a terrible time getting through airport security.
Yeah, he does.
He's practically a robot.
He is. He has to. I mean, every morning he gets up, he don't have a cup of tea. He has, half a litre of WD-40, to get him moving.
Listen. Do you know who I saw on the tube?
Who did you see?
Ken Hom.
Ken Hom?
Yes.
Oh, he's
because he's got that busking stall outside Gooch Street Station. Funnily enough,
What does he do out there?
Well, he turns a load of woks upside down. He sits on a tea chest and he just bangs them in rhythm, like he's making like drumming noises and that.
Is he?
Yeah, good. I
suppose
because the cooking's dried up.
It's dried up.
Yeah, it's dried up. He's busking with the woks because he's got so many of them. He thought, well, I might as well use them to some good.
Good, recycling.
Exactly. So he's playing the wok now.
Well, there is.
He sends his love.
Oh, did he?
Yes, he does. He knew you were a big fan of his noodle.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've seen about Hot, but he's been pushed out by so many of them.
Ken Hom? Oh, God. How many cooks are there?
Oh, there's too many. They all spoil the broth. But the thing is...
Oh, dear. No.
How long are we done? We're nearly finished.
How much longer have we got to do?
No, so there's so many of these cooks. Only joke. Now, you can mock about this podcast.
Oh, yeah.
We have won...
Nothing.
But we got... let me just have a little... Oh, that is nice.
What you got there?
Oh, I've got a lovely... It's a...
oh, yes.
A white wine.
Is it?
A lovely white wine.
What grape are we talking about?
It's a Chateau de Londis.
Oh.
And it's a grape. I hope there's no grapes in it. I want booze. I want sweet grapes.
No, that's right, mate. Lovely.
That is really nice. Oh, that's so nice. When I say wine, I mean low-quality Thunderbird sort of stuff, really. But
yeah, but it's much better, isn't it?
Oh, it does. It hits the mark. What you got there?
This?
Yeah.
This?
Yeah.
But this here?
Oh, yeah, that one.
This one here?
Yeah, that one.
Oh, this one I'm drinking here, you mean? That one here? Oh, this here.
What is it?
This is a very nice bottle of Chablis, thank you very much.
Is it a British Chablis or
it's got some glorious high notes, Barry. I must say, yes.
Glorious
high notes to counteract the depths that we are plumbing.
Yes. But I feel that we can enjoy a higher quality drop of booze because
you're in London, isn't
we're in London, and what's more, iTunes said that we are.
Oh yes,
the best things. Was it ever? I think it was.
I think so.
I think it's like one of the best things ever.
Is it though? One of the best podcasts ever. I think they said it's the best podcast ever made. Isn't it though?
But it is ever.
And then they said WTF underneath it. OMG.
So I'd said
ruffle all over the floor, mate.
But what has happened basically is
what is it?
What we're trying to do here with the
the message that we're trying to send, is global.
It's global.
The topics that we are tackling here are universal, and I think that is why it has struck a chord with so many people around the world, such as our friends in Russia.
They're doing something very similar. This is the
Angelos and Barinov show.
We just caught a bit of this. They're stealing our act, if you ask me.
Skiball with winkers attached to it.
You know, copying.
Yeah.
Basically copying.
Yeah. Listen.
But, you know, it's been very successful.
Well, I say it, and people will start copying you, Barry. It's just flattery, isn't it?
It's flattery.
It's flattery. It's the highest form of flattery.
It is, and when you picked up that person's ID for claiming all that dough, it was illegal, but it was flattery
I was
in a
just
way.
flattering them.
It wasn't,
I was flattering them when I picked up all their identification papers and stole it out of their house. I was flattering them. That's all I was doing. I think they call it identity theft, but it is flattery at the end of the day.
When that was the time was that when you faked your own death?
Oh yeah, I faked my own death. Yeah. I had to fake my own death, Barry. I wanted to just to disappear, you know. Well, but I tried faking my own death like 10, 12, 13 times. Yeah, and what I done was I messed it right up when I tried to fake it, and I cut my arm, you know, down there.
You're not supposed to actually do it.
No, I know, but I didn't know that, did
I?
You know? So I tore right through the artery, right down there, down the end. Yeah. And then I thought, oh shit, you know, this is really
serious,
bad. You know, so I clamped hold of my hand like that with my other hand, and then the water, all the blood went all left it going all over the windowsill.
Yes.
You know, it's like spatter, spatter, spatter. Right? And I thought, I've got to clean that up. Yeah. So I cleaned up the window like that. I got to clean it up, and the window's open, isn't it?
Christ.
So I fall straight through the window, and I hit the street below, and then my underpants got caught in the exhaust part of my car, and I got dragged along, and I nearly was killed.
You see, that was your first mistake.
I won't do that again.
Well, I faked. Remember, I had a short period as a milkman.
I was a milkman and all.
Yeah, well, let's talk about mine first. But I was a milkman, and what people done as a
You was a milkman long ago. Like.
Yeah, well, a long time ago. Oh, blimey, yeah.
We're going back,
we're going back a long way.
A long time ago.
Yeah, I mean, but that was the thing about being a milkman. It was a lovely career, but it was pasteurised before you saw it. And we'll edit that out later. And no, but the thing was, you know, there's a lot of pressure to be a milkman.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of pressure because you have so much, you know, it's seen as, you know, it's not a high-level running ICI or anything.
No, Union Carbide.
You have to remember what people want, whether it's semi-skimmed, who's away on holiday, that sort of thing.
You can't write none of this down, though, presumably. You have to commit it to memory like a spy.
You do.
Okay.
And then, so I done that every morning. I was up for crack of dawn. I mean, London's lovely.
That time of the morning?
Oh, lovely.
Oh, I love it. When I was a milkman up at that time of the morning, I used to love looking at the sights. You know?
Beautiful, isn't it?
Police doing dawn raids on crack houses.
Lovely.
You know, heroin addicts wandering the streets. Prostitutes going home.
A lovely light dawning over London metropolis, glinting over a pool of vomits, you know.
Outside the nightclub.
Yeah, lovely.
I'll tell you who saw a lot of the time running around. Robin Asquith.
He
was always going from house to house, window to window, you know, with his bum out.
Yeah, that's anyway, so what I decided to do was the pressure. I couldn't take the pressure no more.
Spit it out, Barry.
So I faked my own death.
Oh, yes.
And I ended up in Monaco as one of the top gambling milkmen from Watford.
Really? There was 3 or 4 of you.
There was a
fella. But you were the top one.
I was the top one. The fella from Unigate used to turn up with his apron jangling full of...
And his little cap
and he'd come in and, you know, he'd go on the crap tables and some of the good ones as well. And then he'd... And then he'd... he'd bring a lady of the night with him, poker. Sometimes he did, and the and then. And so anyway, I was out there as one of the top boys out there, one of the top boys. And in the end, I couldn't take it no more, and I started to miss my wife. And after 17 years on the international gambling semi-skilled milk stage, I come back to Watford, and I thought I'd put her through so much anguish, and I come upstairs. I said, "Hello, Margaret, you in?" "Hello, Margaret."
Yeah.
And I thought she's going to think I'm a ghost or something. And
you disappeared for 17 years.
I did, and I come upstairs, and I could hear rustling in the bedroom.
Oh, no. What did you think? Is it a squirrel?
I thought that maybe she'd got hold of a squirrel to keep her company for 17 years.
And Barry, was it a squirrel?
No, it was my brother Ted in bed with her. I wish it had been a fucking squirrel, you know.
And what was your brother Ted doing in bed with her?
Well, of course, I suspected the worst, but Ted, he jumped out of bed and he said, "Look, the reason I've got no clothes on is that the heating's on the blink."
Right. Yeah. No, I think he sold them clothes, didn't he, to pay for food for Margaret?
That's it.
You hadn't been there for so long.
Around. And I looked him in the eye, and he's my brother, and I did believe him. And then I said, "Stop touching that, Margaret, and you give me your side of the story." And she said, "I was so very, very lonely. And I had so very little to eat during that time," which the evidence clearly wasn't, by the way. But your brother come round and he'd never touched me, you know, sort of thing. And I said, "OK, fair enough." And I said, "I'm home now." And I went to the wardrobe. And as I opened the wardrobe, do you know Salim, my neighbour?
Yes,
he was
I
in there.
Know him, yes.
And he was just checking up that was all up properly.
What, the wardrobe was built properly?
Yeah. And I said, "What the fuck's going on?"
Enough,
you know? And he said, "Look, I can explain everything. Poor Margaret, she knew that you were new. She didn't think you put up that shelter." I said, "Oh, fine.
Right,
I went downstairs, and, you know, the local football team, they were all down there hiding under the chair.
Under the bed, chair bed.
Funny place to keep a chair bed, isn't it, downstairs? But they were
also, it's a bloody big chair to get 15 people in there, isn't it? Yeah. Huge.
But you know what?
Your place must have looked like a refugee camp by the time you got back there.
It did.
All them people. You like football, didn't you?
We went to football today.
We went down there, went Watford.
Vicarage Road.
Yeah, good fun.
It was good fun. I sat behind Elton John, though, with that Marie Antoinette wig. You can't see a fucking thing. That's the only... Him and David Furniture were there. What was it? Lovely. It's very tribal. Very tribal, the football, isn't it?
We love the chanting, don't we?
The chanting.
Yeah, the chanting. Who's that on the pitch? Who's that on the pitch? Football players on the pitch.
Lovely.
Very, very bright people down there at Watford, aren't they?
What's that at either end? What's that at either end? Two goalposts.
That's what's at either end.
Lovely.
What is the score? What is the score? It's on the scoreboard. That is the score.
Lovely.
All them songs is written by Elton John as well. So, and David Furniture.
I love Elton John.
You.
Oh, he's a wonderful. People,
I love Elton John.
They say he's too old to have a baby, but give me at least he's breastfeeding this one, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's all right, Elton, and
he's lovely.
And old David Furniture. He's lovely.
Oh, yeah, we've had a letter.
Have we?
Yeah, we've had a letter.
Who from?
Oh, shall I read it out?
Yes, please.
It's a very, very sweet letter, this one. One of our fans of the show. Oh, you know, have a sip of this. Right, here we go. Here's your letter. Hello, everybody. Confident, isn't he?
Very confident.
Now, look. First of all, it's not easy writing this with one eye, and almost impossible with one hook. Can you tell who it is yet? Too soon? Question mark. Anyway, just to say, I know I've been a bit of a dickhead in the past. And believe me, I can still be a twat, but now and then, but I don't mean any harm. I just want to be famous, and with your help, I'm getting that way. Everyone here at the Colorado Maximum Security Facility is a massive fan of the Angelos and Barry podcast, especially, whisper it softly, the neo-Nazis. And because of the shout-out you give me, it's giving me some real status among the guys. So as a little gift, I enclose this bottle of handmade prison booze. Oh, no. Only the one hand, but it still tastes good. Oh. Yours, Abu Hamza.
Oh, isn't he kind?
That's nice, isn't it?
He kind?
It's nice of him. I say, here's to you, Abu.
Now, there's your listening, Abu, and all your friends out there. Now, tell me this. I've just saw in the Watford Observer.
Oh.
In the Watford Observer.
Oh, yeah.
You don't believe I got what I have. Got the actual Watford.
I got it here as well. Watford Observer.
A pregnant stray ginger cat found on the side of a construction site is due to give birth on Christmas Day.
Lovely.
Isn't that a lovely...
How do they know that?
What?
How do they know when it's supposed to give birth?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Already I don't believe the story.
But what I think is lovely is that they've named it
what?
Holly.
Oh, that's
because of
nice,
the time of year.
Yeah,
which is lovely, because I remember, do you remember, like, what was it, about 1983, I found that baby. Then that baby. It's so lovely because we named it Asda's.
Yeah.
You know, you give it something sort of, you know, with reference to the local.
What did the mother think when you named it Asda's?
Well, we didn't give it back. We thought it'd been a little bit unfair.
Because I found that baby and all. Remember that? In about 1996, I found that baby.
Oh, yeah, dear old little quick fit.
No, we named it, it was called Middlesex Hospital.
Oh, yeah, because it was found out. It must have been a shock for you, because you was raised by, what was you raised by?
Well, I was raised by snakes.
Oh, I heard that.
You know, I didn't know I had legs till I was about 25.
Oh, right, yeah.
I was just crawling on my belly, mate.
How'd you find that? Because, I mean, if you was raised
Well, I had disability benefits, so I was quids in, mate, for a long time,
Fair enough.
Sure, that wore off.
If you was, I mean, ideally, I mean, if you was raised by wolves, it's got a sort of romantic notion to a monkey.
It's not possible, though, is it?
If you was raised by wolves, it's got a slightly romantic notion. If it was monkeys, it would make you good at
climbing trees and scratching your nuts.
But I was raised by a family of cats.
Oh, yeah.
And I tell you what it's done, which is wonderful. It can, you know, allow you to have very good skills with playing with balls of string.
Yes.
It's very good. I'm good as gold with a litter tray, and I can lick my own bumhole. But apart from that...
That's nice, isn't it? What's interesting about the fact that you was raised by cats is that your parents lived in the same house as well, but they just slung you to the cats, didn't they? And asked them to get on with the raising of you. Which is a very strange thing to do, if you think about it, isn't it?
It is without
handing the responsibility for your well-being over to a bunch of cats. But you've turned out beautifully. When I was growing up, I went on one of them gap years. Yes.
Did you find yourself?
Oh, I went to find myself.
And where were you watching Jeremy Kyle? Somewhere?
For about 6 months, I watched Jeremy Kyle, and then I thought, that's it, I'm going to go travelling, innit?
Yes.
I went travelling.
And where did you go?
I got to Clapham.
Yes.
And then I come home. And then I thought, no, I've got to go further than that. So I decided to go and climb K2. You know K2?
K2, the mountain.
The mountain, I'll go climb K2. But I thought I'd do it differently. I'd do it on benefits. So, you know, I did it on a budget. Like, instead of rope, I had a washing line from Tesco's.
Yeah.
And every tent I made it out of, like, shopping bags.
Yes.
And I got a pair of plimsolls and hammered nails through them.
Yes.
For crampons,
How
you
did
know.
it go?
Well, it didn't, did it?
No.
Oh, you've any idea how much it cost to get the package down?
Oh, yeah, that's where it felt.
I went up Snowdon, though, in Wales with the gear.
Oh, yeah.
Caught exposure, slipped off the side, cracked my pelvis.
Oh,
Perfect weekend.
Oh, bloody hell. Well, you know, I went looking for myself once.
Did you?
Yeah. I found myself eating a Whopper in Watford High Street. And it was very, very revealing.
Was it?
Because I don't like Whoppers,
No,
I was amazed.
It turned out.
Yeah. And I kept walking, and then I thought I found myself in Wilkinson's, just looking at, table
Some of
lamps.
the
It wasn't
Tupperware.
me, it was someone else, my friend. And then I
Reflection
went.
of you in the window.
It was a
was it?
reflection,
Yeah,
what it
yeah.
was, and then I thought I'm determined to find myself, sort of thing.
So where'd you go next?
I
Ladbrokes.
went.
Ladbrokes.
I went to Ladbrokes, and there I was. Sure enough, I knew I'd be there around about 11 o'clock, as I normally am.
With your benefits check.
Yeah, my benefits.
Oh, bless you.
Yeah. But
No, that's me.
what is that
Making
noise?
noise is me.
Oh, I see. Oh, that's right. Oh, dear.
Are you worried about the noises? Are you?
I am hearing noise. I
Go
don't
back
want
to
anyone
your
else.
shrink.
I should go back to
to
my
your shrink.
shrink. It's very
What
odd.
sort of noises can you hear?
It's either coming out of my
No, what is the
phone.
noise you
sorry.
can hear?
It's like a child
Crying.
crying.
Oh dear.
I think it's the
do you
child of
think-
comedy
what do
being
you-
gradually tortured by
What
this
do you-
evening.
what do you
Having
think-
its neck snapped over the last 25 fucking minutes.
What do you think the child is trying to say to you?
Pardon?
Barry? What do you think the child is trying to say to you?
It's trying to say,
Yes.
at your
yes.
age, would it be so much to ask to just write a few ideas?
Down.
It's saying these good people have come here tonight,
No.
and you've sat
Your
here
age, shouldn't you be at home watching Strictly Come
dancing and chasing your brother out of the bedroom.
The Chinese
So you've
takeaway
come
on
here
your
with
mat.
one page from the Watford Observer, half thought out on the way to the football this afternoon. That's what it's.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
No, absolutely right. I wonder if we should ask them any questions, anyone?
No, I wanted to just tell you, you know them Sony emails you've been hacked?
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Did you get yours hacked?
Yeah, no, they've been writing about me.
Sony?
Yeah, they've been
What did
writing
they
about
say?
it. Oh, well, look, they said, I've got a copy of it here. They said, we have got to find a mega deal for Angelos.
Lovely.
We've got to pay him £1 million to start in a big movie like Porky's or Weird Science.
Yeah.
And he should do it with someone like Linda Lusardi or Lindsay Dawn McKenzie.
Oh, lovely.
That's what they said about me.
If there's anyone from
If there's
Sony
someone listening, then
we're very
very
keen
much
to
willing
do that.
to do that. Yeah.
I mean,
I'm available.
I've been very frightened about North Korea tracking
Have you?
my emails.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because if it gets out
What you've been
that
doing.
Harold Robbins of mine at the library is overdue for 3 weeks,
They're going to go
they're
mad.
going to go mad.
They
that
are.
lot.
They could have you shot, mate.
They could
Or
have a
have you
shot.
chucked in a death camp,
But,
along with what's his name, Tony Slattery, and the other one they've got out there, Lord of the
Oh.
Dance fella,
Oh, Flatley.
Flatley.
Yeah, well, he should be.
He's in a death camp in North Korea, I think.
Is he?
I think so. Yeah.
Is he the torture part, or is he one
No,
of
he's said hard labour.
Because I heard that, the Americans recently and the Brits had
Yeah.
to own up to that Afghanistan.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit of torture.
I know, only a little
Iraq,
bit.
a little bit.
Little bit of
And,
torture.
and in Iraq, it mainly was mostly Lord of the Dance that was
Played to them.
played to them
Yeah, as
over and
torture.
over. There's waterboarding, then there's Flatley
And
dancing.
he's watching
for-
videos
Of Flatley.
of Lord of the Dance.
Speak! Say something! Tell us where the dynamite is!
Okay, I'll tell you where it is. Just
Yeah.
turn that muck off.
Yeah, Flatley, Lord of the Dance.
Lord of the flat line.
Yeah, that's what I call it.
That's a good joke. Hot in here, isn't it?
It's very hot. So, what you're doing about... On the New Year, you've got your new diet, aren't you? You're doing a new diet. What's that? It's a fad diet.
It's a
not
fad
a real
diet.
one, is it?
Well, it's a good diet because it means that, like, for about 6 months, all you do is eat fat. That's all you eat is eat as much fat as you can. In any form, you just shove the fat down you.
Right.
Like, eating fat and eating fat.
That doesn't sound... That good eating fat.
Yes.
Doesn't sound eating fat is going to do anything for
Eating
you.
fat does. It's fat. It does do. In the end, you eat loads of so much fat, and then after a few months, you don't eat nothing. Right, you eat nothing at all, and then you end up weighing about as much as you did when you began the diet. So there is a change.
Then my sister-in-law Rosie, she had a similar thing. She ate so much fat, and it was a wonderful diet. In the long term, she lost a lot of weight because she had a heart attack, died, and a week later she weighed very, very little.
Right, yeah.
Mostly dust,
My mate Kenny, he lost about 30 pounds in one day.
Oh, Christ, how's that?
They chopped his leg off.
Oh, blimey.
I know.
Oh, God. I mean, it's like when the Spice Girls, they lost about... 9-10 stone of fat. Got rid of Jerry Halliwell.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
It's the topical things that they like so very much, Oh, what?
So, who's coming up on the show next week?
Oh, next week on the show, we did have Jerry Halliwell.
She's refusing to come now.
She's refusing now.
Yeah.
We've got some wonderful people. We've got Lindsay Wagner, the Barnet woman.
We've got Vanessa May.
Oh, the violinist.
Yeah, the violinist come skier.
We've got James May off of the Gear
programme.
Off
of the Gearbox. We've got James Hunt.
We've got, which is not Cockney rhyming for James May. That is the real James Hunt. We've got
Jimmy Bullard.
He's coming on.
Jimmy
Jones, the old comet.
Yeah, we've got Jimmy
Hill, the
and we've got Jimmy
Somerville, the former singer for the Bromsky Beat.
And we've got Jimmy.
Oh, Jimmy Crocodile Shoes. What was his name?
Nail. Jimmy Nail.
And we've got Jimmy Hill. Jimmy Greaves. Jimmy Greaves, a former Tottenham.
And we've got Jimmy.
Oh, Jimmy
Tarbuck. He's coming on.
Back.
We've got Ken
Hom.
Bruce Ken Hom.
We've got Bruce.
We've got Ken Campbell. We've got Bruce Forsyth.
Yeah.
We've got Bruce
who does Radio 2.
We've got Bruce, the one that goes up the jungle. Yeah. What's his name? Bruce. What's his name?
Bruce Grobbelaar.
He is coming on, but he is coming on.
Oh, Crazy Legs.
Bruce, what's his name? The one that goes...
Who? Springsteen,
yeah, he's coming on for definite. We've got him signed up. Who?
Wincy Willis.
No, Bruce
coming on. Wincy Willis.
And we've got Wincy. We've got Wincy.
Wincy Spider.
We've got Wincy Spider. And we've got Wincy. We've got Quincy. Quincy's coming on. Yes.
We've got Tinchy Strider.
And we've got
Daisy Dokey, Beaky Mitch and Tinchy Strider. Then we've got Rusty Lee.
And we've got Rusty Nail.
We've got 9 Inch Nails.
We've got Niall Rogers.
Niall Rogers.
Niall Quinn.
Murder on the Nile.
Murder on the Orient Express.
Roger Moore. He's solving the murder on the Nile.
Orient Express.
Skanky old whore will be on. I already mentioned
we've had Rusty Lee. Banky Moon will be here, obviously. And Bertrand and Benjamin and Netanyahu. So we've got all that coming up next week.
All that coming up for you.
It's going to be quite a show, I think.
Oh, yeah. If they all turn
we need
up.
a really big stage and quite a few microphones.
Well, if they
for that
come
lot.
underneath our bed chair at home,
Oh, you'd be all right, yeah. You
probably
can
do it.
store them down
Just
there.
got to chase out a number of young men whom I was.
Yeah.
But I dare say next year's going to be a wonderful year.
Do you
We've
think
got
so, Barry?
much to look forward to.
Oh, yeah, the Olympics.
The Olympics will be
coming
on.
up again.
We're hosting
Yeah,
the World Cup, aren't we?
Yeah, we're doing that next year.
We're doing the Winter Olympics. What else? Of course, it's the Queen's
Jubilee.
death. That's where. And then there's the old celebrations for
the old thingy. The old
Wimpy, the first Wimpy to
Wimpy that
open.
ever came here.
Yeah.
The opening of Pizza Express.
That's lovely.
That happened next year. Got
And-
all that to look forward to.
Yeah, we've got all that to look forward to.
And
But I
nuclear
really...
winter.
Nuclear winter.
The winter of discontent.
Oh, we've got all them lovely icebergs continuing to
yeah,
shrink.
to melt, yeah.
Yeah, that's not to look forward
Global
to.
warming to
Global
look forward to. Well, I think global warming is a good idea because that
So
means
do
it gets rid of some of them polar bears because they are vicious bastards.
Oh, they really
Honestly,
are.
you go near them, they'll rip your arms off, mate.
Yeah, they're not as cuddly, are they? I mean, not as cuddly as you see on the glaciers, foxes, big deer.
No,
They're
exactly.
not like that
It's
at all.
if you believe them sweets, you'd think, oh, they're quite nice, them polar bears,
Oh, God,
sitting on them blocks of ice. But let me tell you, go anywhere near them, they'll rip your face off.
Well, I know. For a kick-off, they're sitting in a puddle nowadays. There's no ice for them to sit on.
No, exactly. Very,
But, I
very
mean,
tragic.
It's
very tragic.
very misleading.
Very
I
tragic.
opened up a packet of Glossiers.
Glaciers, wolves, mints.
Mints.
Foxes, Glossiers,
And
mints.
out jumped a polar bear, and it went for my throat.
Did it?
I had tremendous trouble sucking it and the mint. And
What should you do the polar bear? You clubbed it with an hammer.
yeah,
Yeah, no,
know.
that's what it says you should do on the back of the pack.
yeah. I mean, you'd think you just want to freshen your breath. You don't expect
don't
to be
expect to
wiping
savage
out an
attack.
endangered species. do you?
Exactly.
But there's
Tragic.
lots of lovely things to look forward to, and I just hope that Well, I hope I'm here. I hope I'm here is what I really hope.
Hope you make it.
Because, me and Margaret, we do all that. We do Stoptober in October. We do Movember. Gets to Deathcember.
December.
He's heard the podcast before. And what we really want to do, we go to the sales.
Is it? Oh, yeah. What do you want to go? Well, you go Harvey's, get carpet.
We go carpet.
Get carpet,
We want
yeah.
a new bed chair. There's a number of Eastern Europeans who moved in up the road.
Oh,
we want hiding
good.
when I
Yeah,
go
yeah,
out.
yes.
We'll have that. We want a brand new telly.
Oh, good, all
Nice
right.
telly, because that's pretty much what we do most of the
What,
time.
flat screen telly?
Flat screen telly.
Oh, they've got a flat screen telly.
It's always fun, isn't it, when they do that, don't they, the UKIP and that. They go, well, what do you think? They're all
tellies.
benefits. Look, they've got a flat screen telly. They're all fucking flat
Everyone's got
screen
flat
now, don't they?
There's no such thing as a square
What do you
telly.
think? Oh no, I've got a flat. I better not have a flat screen one. I'm drawing some benefits. I'll tell you what. I'll have an old massive
one that don't
grundy
work.
thing that don't
one
work.
that don't work. Yeah, we'll have to go up on the roof and adjust the area and fall off and break me neck.
Yeah. So
That's
if you're
what
listening,
Cameron wants.
That's what he wants.
So well done for coming. Have a lovely Christmas.
Have a lovely Christmas and thank you very, very much for coming. Lots of love. God bless. No,
Bye
thank you.
bye.